Hello students, I am your biology lecturer. In the previous class, we started the discussion about plastids. Okay, plastids are present only in case of plant cell. These are the organelles which are having the pigments which gives a different color to the different parts of the plant. Okay, based on that, the plastids are categorized into three types: chloroplast, chromoplast and leucoplast. Chloroplast, in the sense, these are the plastids which are having the pigment like chlorophyll. Okay. Then chromoplast are the types of plastids which are having the xanthophyll pigments which gives a different color to the different parts of the plant. Last one, that is the leucoplast. Leucoplast is a colorless plastid which helps for storage of nutrients. Okay, based on the nutrient storage, they are divided into three types: amyloplast, ileoplast and aleuroplast. Amyloplast stores the starch, ileoplast stores the oils and fat, and aleuroplast stores the protein. Okay, now we will discuss about structure of chloroplast. First type of plastid, it is a major plastid, that is chloroplast. All the plants looks green due to the presence of chloroplast due to the chlorophyll pigment. Okay, I will write the points. Majority of the chloroplast of the green plants are found in mesophyll cells of leaves. Usually, I will draw the structure of leaf. Okay. Then just we have to take a small section of leaf. Suppose navenadru leaf to section tagadra, it looks like this. Okay. This one is the midrib. We already discussed about parts of the leaf in the previous class, that is a morphology of flowering plant. Okay. Then in the center it is considered as a pith. This one is the outermost layer of the leaf. You will study much about anatomy in the next class, in the next chapter, that is anatomy of flowering plant. Here the cells which are present below the epidermis, in that region the chloroplasts are present. These are considered as a mesophyll cells. Mesophyll cells. Okay, let me write the sentence first. Majority of chloroplast of green plants, majority of the chloroplast of green plants are found in the mesophyll cells of leaves. Usually mesophyll cells of the leaves, the chloroplasts are present. Okay. These are lens shaped or oval, means the chloroplasts are present in a different shapes. I will write the shapes firstly. Chloroplast different shapes: oval, spherical, discoidal, ribbon like. Okay. These chloroplast organelles are variable in length and width. Okay. These are variable in length and width. I can write the sentence: variable in size and number. The number varies from species to species. ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲಾಂಟಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪ್ಲಾಂಟಿಗೆ ಕ್ಲೋರೋಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ನಂಬರು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಯೂಶಲಿ I will give one note here. In Chlamydomonas, that is algae, in Chlamydomonas having only one chloroplast, having only one chloroplast. Okay, then chloroplast is double membrane bond cell. Chloroplast is also a double membrane bond cell organelle. Like in case of mitochondria, mitochondria is also a double membrane bond structure. Okay, here the chloroplast is also double membrane bond cell organelle, outer and inner membrane. I will write here outer membrane and inner membrane, outer membrane and inner membrane. The outer membrane is usually permeable, means it allows all the materials. While discussing about the plasma membrane, I mentioned that plasma membrane is a semi-permeable. Now plasma membrane ಬಗ್ಗೆ discussion ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ, plasma membrane is a semi-permeable, semi in the sense half. It allows only specific molecule can cross it, but here the chloroplast outer membrane is permeable, means ಯಾವುದೇ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಇದ್ರೂ ಅದು ಒಳಗೆ ಹೋಗಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. means here I will write outer membrane is permeable. Then next one, inner membrane is less permeable than the outer membrane. Is permeable because the outer membrane is permeable because it having a proteins known as porine. The porine proteins are present on the outer membrane of chloroplast. Okay, I will draw the diagram, then you can easily understand the structure of chloroplast. Okay, it is usually disc shaped. I already told that double membrane having the protein, this one is the porine. Then the porine proteins are present on the outer membrane. Okay, then inner membrane is less permeable. This one is the inner membrane, means it doesn't have any porine proteins. Then the matrix of chloroplast. We already know that matrix. We studied this in case of the cell while discussing of the general characteristics of the cell, and in the mitochondria also we discussed that matrix of the mitochondria or fluid field which is present inside the mitochondrial compartment, that is known as a matrix. Like here the chloroplast, fluid filled, or the matrix of chloroplast is called as a stroma. The matrix of chloroplast is called as stroma. Okay. Inside that stroma, many flattened membranous sac-like structures. Many sac-like structures are present. Those are known as the thylakoids. Many thylakoids are arranged one above the other to form a grana. Means here it's like this. Many flattened sac-like structures. Many flattened sac-like structures. Okay, this is the one thylakoid. I will mention here. This is the thylakoid. Many thylakoids are arranged one above the other. Means many thylakoids are present in common stroma. Okay, this is the thylakoid. Means specific, only sac-like structure. It's like this. This one is considered as a thylakoid. Many thylakoids which are arranged one above the other, this structure is considered as a grana. This one is a grana. Okay. Then the membrane of thylakoid is enclosed space. I already told that thylakoid is a single sac-like structure. Inside the thylakoid there is a lumen. Thylakoid ಒಳಗಡೆ ಏನಿರ್ತದ, that is considered as a lumen. Okay. Then each grana is connected with another. Means every grana which is present in the stroma is connected with another grana with the connection known as a stromal lamellae. One grana which connects with another grana. This connection is known as a stromal lamellae. Stromal lamellae. Okay. This is the structure of chloroplast. Just you have to observe the structure. Chloroplast having the two membranes, outer membrane, inner membrane. Outer membrane having the protein porine. Okay. The liquid which is present inside the inside the chloroplast, that is stroma. Okay. Inside that stroma, many sac-like structures are arranged one above the other. Those are the thylakoids, arranged one above the other to form a grana. Okay. Every grana which connects with another grana with the connection known as a stromal lamellae. Okay. Let me write the points, then you can understand clearly. Okay. We already completed first point. Outer membrane is a permeable, and because it is having the protein known as a porine protein, due to the presence of porine protein, it forms a pore on the outer membrane. That's why we can say the outer membrane is permeable. Okay. Then next point, inner membrane is less permeable. Okay. Then the fluid present in chloroplast or matrix of chloroplast is known as stroma, is known as a stroma. Then inside the stroma, this point we already discussed, inside the stroma there are many flattened membranous sac-like structures are present, known as thylakoids. Okay, then the thylakoids are arranged like files of squines. Okay, means many thylakoids are arranged one above the other like is of coins called as grana. The membrane of thylakoid encloses a space known as a lumen. Okay. Consider this is the thylakoid. ಈ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಥೈಲಾಕೋಯ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಐ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಮೆನಿ ಥೈಲಾಕೋಯ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಅರೇಂಜ್ಡ್. ಈ ಥರ 1 2 3 4. I consider only 4, but many thylakoids usually arrange one above the other. ಒಂದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಈ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಥೈಲಾಕೋಯ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಒಂದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ನಾವೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? ಗ್ರಾಣ. Okay, but now we will talk about the lumen, means the space. ಒಂದು ಗ್ರಾಣ ಅಂದರೆ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ membrane ಇರ್ತದೆ. Something which is present inside the thylakoid, it is known as a lumen. Okay, I will write that point. The membrane of thylakoid, the membrane of thylakoid enclose a space called lumen. Then I forget one thing to mention, that inside the stroma there is a presence of circular DNA as in case of mitochondria. Same as in case of mitochondria, we talk about a circular DNA which is present in the matrix. Okay, that is known as a plasmid. Okay, here I will mention this is the circular DNA. Okay, here let me write the point. Stroma having circular DNA and ribosome. Okay, same here also 70S type of ribosome is present. I already told that in case of eukaryotes, cytoplasm, ATS type of ribosome is present, but in case of eukaryotic cell organelle, that is in case of mitochondria and chloroplast, the 70S type of ribosome is present. Mention this, remember this point, this one is very important thing. In prokaryotic cell, 70S type, even though in eukaryotic cell organelle, especially mitochondria and chloroplast having 70S type of ribosome. Let me draw the ribosome here. This one is the 70S type ribosome. Okay, remember the types of ribosome in eukaryotes and the prokaryotic cells. Then chlorophyll pigment which is present in the thylakoid lumen. The pigments like chlorophyll and carotenoids are present in lumen of thylakoid. Okay, the membrane which covers the lumen, inside that lumen the membrane covers the chlorophyll and carotenoid. ಆ lumen ಒಳಗಡೆ ಏನಿರ್ತದಂದ್ರೆ chlorophyll pigments and carotenoid pigments. Chlorophyll is a green color pigment. Chlorophyll ಪತ್ರ ಹರಿತು ಅಂತ ಕನ್ನಡದಾಗ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Chlorophyll is a green pigment. Okay, then once we can revise all the points of chloroplast. First one, majority of the chloroplast is green, present in the green plants, usually found in the mesophyll cells of the leaves. Chloroplasts are having the different shapes, usually it is double membrane structure, outer membrane is permeable due to the presence of foreign protein. This is the structure of chloroplast. Please practice this diagram, this is very important for the 5 marks. 5 marks important diagram, practice the explanation also. Then the inner membrane is less permeable than the fluid which is present inside the chloroplast is known as a stroma. Okay, then inside that stroma, there are many flattened membranous sac-like structures are present known as a thylakoid. Okay, here inside the stroma there are many flattened membranous sac-like structures are present. They are known as a thylakoids. Okay, then many thylakoids are arranged one above the other like a files of squines. Okay, then they are called as a grana. I already told that many thylakoids are arranged one above the other known as a grana. Okay, then the membrane of thylakoid encloses a space called as a lumen. Okay, that lumen is having the pigments like principal pigments of chloroplast, that is the chlorophyll pigment and carotenoids, which are very necessary for a green color for leaf. Then a stroma having circular DNA and ribosome. The circular DNA is present in case of mitochondria also. Here in the chloroplast also circular DNA is present, usually it is considered as a plastid. Okay, then '70S type of ribosome is present. This is all about the explanation of chloroplast. Please practice this diagram, this is very important one. Next, a main function of chloroplast. Next thing, function. Function of chloroplast. I already told that chloroplast lumen means thylakoid lumen having the chlorophyll pigment. The chlorophyll pigment trap the light energy. It absorbs the light energy and it helps in photosynthesis. It helps in photosynthesis. Means ದ್ವಿತೀಯ ಸಂಶ್ಲೇಷಣೆ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಕನ್ನಡದೊಳಗಡೆ. ದ್ವಿತೀಯ ಸಂಶ್ಲೇಷಣೆ means plant have the specialized characteristic feature, that is the autotrophs. Plants are known as the autotrophs, means they have the capacity to synthesize their own food with the help of a process known as a photosynthesis. Photosynthesis antara this is the process of the synthesis of food by the plant itself. That's why the plants are considered as a autotrophs. Plants have the capacity to synthesize their own food with the help of process known as a photosynthesis. Photo in the sense light. Synthesis means formation. Okay. With the help of light they synthesize the food. Means for photosynthesis light, chlorophyll pigment, carbon dioxide, water, everything is required. Okay, that's why chlorophyll is a principal pigment which is very necessary for the photosynthesis. The main function of chloroplast is photosynthesis. That's why the chloroplasts are completely absent in animals, because animals are considered as heterotrophs, means we are comes under the animal category animals, but we doesn't have any capacity to synthesize our own food. We depend on the plants and animals. That's why we are considered as a heterotrophs. Okay, autotrophs, auto in the sense self. Okay, they have the capacity to synthesize their own food, but heterotroph in the sense animals are considered as troph. They depend on the another plants or animals for their food. Okay, here the main function is photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a process of formation of food by the plant with the help of chlorophyll pigment. The chlorophyll pigment function is to absorb the sunlight. Sunlight is very necessary for the photosynthesis. Okay, remember the function of chloroplast. Okay, then up to now we discussed that in the eukaryotic cell we already completed. Once I will make the note. In eukaryotic cell we already completed plasma membrane, cell wall, ER, that is endoplasmic reticulum types, SCR and RER, then Golgi complex, then mitochondria, then chloroplast, means it comes under the plastid only. Then we already completed 4 cell organelles. Okay. In the next class we will discuss about ribosomes and lysosomes. Ribosomes and lysosomes we will discuss in the next class. Okay. Please practice the chloroplast and mitochondria diagram. These diagrams are very important and many 1 marks question will come from the chloroplast and mitochondria topic. We will continue in the next class. Please watch the videos regularly. Don't skip any videos.